Dame Penelope Anne Constance Keith, DBE, DL is an English actress, known for her roles in the British sitcoms The Good Life and To the Manor Born. She succeeded Lord Olivier as president of the Actors Benevolent Fund after his death in 1989, and was appointed Dame Commander of the Order of the British Empire in the 2014 New Year Honours for services to the arts and to charity. Keith joined the Royal Shakespeare Company in 1963, and went on to win the 1976 Olivier Award for Best Comedy Performance for the play Donkey's Years. She became a household name in the UK playing Margo Leadbetter in the sitcom The Good Life, winning the 1977 BAFTA TV Award for Best Light Entertainment Performance. In 1978, she won the BAFTA TV Award for Best Actress for the Norman Conquests. She then starred as Audrey fforbes-Hamilton in the sitcom To the Manor Born, a show that received audiences of more than 20 million. She went on to star in another 6 sitcoms, including Executive Stress, No Job for a Lady and Next of Kin. Since 2000, she has worked mainly in the theatre, with her roles including Madam Arcati in Blithe Spirit and Lady Bracknell in The Importance of Being Earnest. Early life: Keith was born in Sutton in 1940. Her father, who was a major by the end of World War II, left her mother Connie when she was a baby, and Keith spent her early years in Clacton-on-Sea and Clapham. Her great-uncle, John Gurney Nutting, was a partner in the coach-building firm J. Gurney Nutting and Company Limited, and Keith recalls sitting in the Prince of Wales's car. Although not a Roman Catholic, at the age of 6 she was sent to a Catholic boarding school in Seaford. It was here that a young Keith first became interested in acting, and frequently went to matinees in the West End with her mother. When she was 8 years old, her mother remarried and Penelope adopted her stepfather's surname of Keith. While she did not get on with her stepfather, her mother was a rock of love to her. She was rejected from the Central School of Speech and Drama, on the grounds that, at 5'10" inches, she was too tall. However, she was then accepted at the Webber Douglas Academy of Dramatic Art, and spent 2 years there while working at the Hyde Park Hotel in the evening. She began her career working in repertory theatre across the UK, including Lincoln, Manchester and Salisbury. Keith's earliest appearances were in The Tunnel of Love, G and Flowering Cherry. In 1963, she joined the Royal Shakespeare Company both in Stratford and at the Aldwych Theatre in London. Early career: she started her television career in programmes such as The Army Game, Dixon of Dock Green, Wild, Wild Women and The Avengers. In the early 1970s, she appeared in The Morecambe and Wise Show, Ghost Story and The Polizers. Her film appearances during this time included Every Home Should Have One, Take a Girl Like You, Rent-a-Dick and Penny Gold. In 1967, she had a minor role in Carry On Doctor, but the scene was cut from the final edit. Her best-known theatre appearance, in 1974, was playing Sarah in The Norman Conquests, opposite Richard Briers, her co-star in The Good Life. Keith and Briers would often film The Good Life during the day and perform on stage in the West End in the evening. Television fame: Penelope Keith achieved popular fame in 1975 when the BBC sitcom The Good Life began. In the first episode, she was only heard and not seen in her role as Margo Leadbetter, but as the episodes and series went on, the scope of her role increased. In 1977, Keith won a BAFTA Award for Best Comedy Performer for her role of Margo Leadbetter. From 1979 to '81, she played the lead role of Audrey fforbes-Hamilton in the TV series To the Manor Born. Following To the Manor Born, Keith has appeared in 6 other sitcoms as the main lead: Sweet 16, Moving, Executive Stress, No Job for a Lady, Law and Disorder and Next of Kin. She also had the starring role in a TV adaptation of Agatha Christie's play Spider's Web. She won a second BAFTA award as Best Actress in 1978 for The Norman Conquests. In 1982 Keith starred in a TV production of Frederick Lonsdale's On Approval. In 1988, she hosted one series of the ITV panel show What's My Line? Following the death of its original presenter, Eamon Andrews. She had a featured role in the 1998 ITV serial Coming Home. Ongoing work: Keith has regularly appeared on stage, taking the classics and new plays across the country. These include Shakespeare, Shaw, Sheridan, Wilde, Rattigan and Congreve. She played Lorraine in Noel Coward's Star Quality, while in 2004 she played Madame Arcati in Coward's Blithe Spirit at the Savoy Theatre. In 2004, Keith starred in the first of 5 full-cast BBC radio dramatisations of M.C. Beaton's Agatha Raisin novels, playing the title role. 2 years later, she appeared at the Chichester Festival in the premiere of Richard Everett's comedy Entertaining Angels, which she later took on tour. In 2007, she played the part of Lady Bracknell in The Importance of Being Earnest on tour, which transferred to the West End in 2008, at the Vaudeville Theatre. She has voiced adverts including ones for Pimm's, Lerpoc, Tesco and, most famously, the Parker Pen Company, which was named one of the 100 greatest adverts in a Channel 4 program. In 2012, she starred in Keith Waterstone's Good Grief, having previously appeared in the play A Premiere production in 1998. In 1997, she provided the voice of the narrator for Teletubbies, and also starred in the radio adaptations of To the Manor Born. In 2003, she appeared opposite June Brown in the television film Marjorie and Gladys. In 2007, she starred in a one-off To the Manor Born Christmas special. In 2009 she presented Penelope Keith and the Fast Lady, a one-off documentary for BBC4 about Dorothy Levitt, the Edwardian motoring pioneer. She returned to television in 2011 presenting the 4-part BBC documentary The Manor Reborn. Awards. Personal life. In 1978, the year The Good Life ended, she married Rodney Timpson, a policeman. They had met while he was on duty at Chichester Theatre where Keith was performing. Timpson, who is 4 years her junior, had been married twice before. They adopted 2 children. Keith and Timpson live in Milford, Surrey. Keith has a great passion for gardening. In 1984, she had a rose named after her. Penelope Keith has been president of the Actors Benevolent Fund since 1990, taking over after the death of Lord Olivier, and is president of the South West Surrey National Trust. On April 2, 2002, her 62nd birthday, she began a 1-year term as High Sheriff of Surrey, the 3rd woman to hold the post. She is also a Deputy Lieutenant of Surrey. She was appointed an Officer of the Order of the British Empire in the 1989 New Year Honours, and was promoted to a Commander in the 2007 New Year Honours for charitable services. In the 2014 New Year Honours, she became a Dame Commander of the Order of the British Empire for services to the arts and to charity. References. External links: Penelope Keith at the Internet Movie Database.